To see dependency injection in action, you need to create a Spring Boot project. If you haven't watched my Spring Boot free previews on my Spring Boot Framework in Easy Steps course, please go ahead and do that before you work on this lecture. I have explained everything about Spring Boot clearly in my Spring Boot or Spring Framework in Easy Steps course, and I have enabled the free preview for those lectures. You need not buy the course, you can watch them freely. If you know how to create a Spring Boot project, go to STS. It is very easy. Go to the File menu, New, Spring Starter Project. Click on that. Give your project a name. Call it IOC for Inversion of Control. The group name should be com.bharat.patterns.ioc. The artifact name is IOC. Description is DI for dependency injection and IOC for inversion of control. The package name should also be com.bharat.patterns.ioc. Click Next, hit Finish. That will create a project called IOC. It has source main Java with the application class. This is the starting point of our Spring Boot application. When we run our application, this is the class that will be run, as you will see later on. The pom.xml is the key file. Open that up, go to the last tab. This is a Maven configuration file. I have explained this file in my Spring Boot lectures, but to give you a quick preview of this, it has all the coordinates that you have provided when you created this project. The parent for every Spring Boot project is the Spring Boot starter parent. This is where all the versions of different dependencies are already defined for us. And if you scroll down, by default, it will add the Spring Boot starter dependency. This dependency brings in a lot of dependencies. If you go to Maven dependencies, you see a lot of jars. You can use all these in your application right away. And it also has a Spring Boot starter test, which can be used to test the Spring Boot applications. So in the next lecture, I will create these two classes and do the dependency injection.